What's up? Welcome to another episode of Matthew Creating Music. My name is Matthew with MatthewCreating.com. And the previous 3 episodes of Matthew Creating Music, we recorded guitar, we recorded bass, and we added effects to that. Now in this episode, I'm going to load up a drum break and use it in our sequence. Now, a lot of times when you load up drum breaks, they're not going to be the correct BPM of your sequence. So in this episode, I'm going to show you how you could time stretch your drum break to fit the sequence BPM. Let's go ahead and check it out. Loaded into the MPCX is the sequence that we have been working on. I'm going to play a couple measures of it. Okay, so that's the overall sequence of this project. So what I want to do with this project now is make the drums a little more interesting. If you're a musician and you know how to play the guitar and the bass, you might not know how to do drums. And there are a lot of people out there that make drum breaks that you can actually put into your project. So I'm going to go ahead and load up a drum break and put it in my project because I don't feel like recording and playing drums. So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to press browse. It's going to take me over here to the internal. Now, what I want to do is I want to press this number 1. Folder number 1 is a shortcut to the samples folder on the Samsung USB drive that I have loaded up here. Now, I can go through these and I have a ton of stuff in here. Like you can see, I have breaks here. I have drum loops here. So I'm actually going to go into this one right here. I'm going to open that up and I want to go through these particular, break folders. Now, I'm just going to go into this first one and go into this one. Now, when you do this, you can go through these and kind of preview them. Now I like this particular break here, so I'm going to load that into the sample pool by pressing load. Now once that's loaded into the sample pool, I can go to sample edit and have access to that sample. So over here is sample edit, go ahead and push that button. Now when you get into the sample edit, you have different options, so you can listen to your sample. It's a really good sample. Now if you look at something, right here is the BPM of the sample. It's also in the file name. And the BPM of the sample is 100. If you go to main, the BPM of the sequence is at 90. Now, I like this drum break. I actually like the way the drums sound and I like the rhythm. So I want to use this drum break in this project right now. So in short, what I need to do is take the BPM of that drum beat and make it 90 BPM, where it is 100 now. So I need to make it go from 100 to 90 BPM. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So let's go back to sample edit. The MPCX has a lot of process functions in it. So one of those functions is time stretch. If you press right here where it says process, it's going to give you this particular pop-up. And if you tap function, you're going to get all the different options available to you within sample edit. Now, right here, it says time stretch. If you tap that, it's going to give you the process slice time stretch function. So the MPC is pretty good at figuring out the original tempo and the original beat. Now, if these were off, you could change this. So you could change the number of beats it is, and you can change the original tempo here. By just doing that, you tap it and you could turn your data dial. And when you turn your data dial, you could change the tempo and you could change your beat. Now, this is pretty good, right? I'm happy with this because it's a 2-bar loop at a 4/4 time. So that's going to give you 8 beats. Now, this is the original sample BPM. This is the new tempo or the new BPM that we want. So in order to get the new BPM, we can tap right here and put the new BPM at 90. Okay, so once the new tempo is put in at 90, press do it. Okay, now it processed that and it didn't really take long to process it, but now we got the new BPM and you can play that right here. Hey, if you're finding value in this, remember to give this video a thumbs up. It's really going to help this video get seen by those who need to see it. And I really appreciate you for being here. Let's go ahead and get right back into it. So this is what the new sample sounds like, and once you get that time stretch, you can put that in your sequence and it's going to be the appropriate BPM of the sequence. And I want to show you how you can do that. Now the MPC is very versatile. There's several ways you can go about doing the same task, but I want to show you one way to do this. Right here it says assign. If you tap assign, you can actually assign this sample to a pad and to a program. Now I'm happy with this particular pad, and I want to change the program to 001, which is the default program that the MPC makes when you create a new project, and it's going to be empty. So I'm going to assign it to pad A1 on program 001. I'm going to press do it. So once that's done, I'm going to go to main. I'm going to mute this track with the drums on it. So I'm going to press mute. Once that's muted, I'm going to go to a new MIDI track. And when I'm in that new MIDI track, I'm going to pick that program 001. When I pick that program 001, when I press pad A1 is going to have that loop in it. So if I press it, it has that loop in it. So once you assign your sample to a pad in a drum program, you can put MIDI events within the sequence editor. And then once you put those in there, you know, you're good to go. You can actually put this loop in there as many times as you want to. And I want to show you how to do that right now. So when you're in the main mode, you can press right here. That's going to be grid edit. Now, whenever you push grid edit, this might be all over the place, but if you tap right here, it's going to zoom it back into the first, the first pad, which is pad A1 down here. Now, when you do that, you can actually draw in the events that you want. Right here is the edit tab. So I can tap that and then start tapping the screen where I want to put the drum break. So I want to put it on the first beat. Okay, so this is bar 1, beat 1. So I want to tap the screen right there in the grid. So I want to tap it. I want to tap it here. And everywhere where there's a bar, I'm going to tap it. So I'm going to do this, put it like that, put it like that. And, there's, different ways of going about doing this, but this is very simple, straightforward. Just put it on the first bar of every beat, or, first beat of every bar, I mean. Now you can hear how that's going through. Now, obviously, I need to mix it and I need to do some things. So let me go ahead and just really quickly do a rough mix and just bring the levels down of everything so we can hear that drum beat. So I want to let you hear what it was before, and I want to let you hear what it is now with the new drum break in the sequence. So I'm going to mute track 2 with the drum break. I'm going to unmute the previous drums. So here's what it was before. So I'm going to mute that, bring in the new drum break. So there you go. That's how you load a drum break into the MPCX, get the correct BPM for your sequence, and add it to your sequence. If you want to see more videos like this, click or tap the screen over here. It's going to take you to a playlist with more videos about the MPC. If you want to subscribe to the channel, subscribe here so you can get notified when I come out with new videos. My name is Matthew. Continue creating music, and we'll talk soon. Peace.